Very much, Greg Williams.
Thank you.
What you want to say. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Well, so can we talk about Justin Jefferson for a moment? He is blowing past everybody in the Rookie of the Year conversation. Justin Herbert was a thing for a while, not after putting up nothing against the Patriots. Justin Jefferson now has 1,000 yards, you guys, in his first 12 games as a rookie. He joins Randy Moss, Anquan Bolden, Odell Beckham, and Marquez Colston as the only guys to ever do it. He is fourth in the NFL in receiving overall right now, and I do think he's at the forefront of the Rookie of the Year convo. Yeah, can't do it. Sorry, Herbo, you're out. He's in, and he is just so special, and it's really just crazy. I know rookie receivers come in nowadays, and ever since Keenan Allen did it a bunch of years ago, like there's been more 1,000-yard receivers. But this year, with so much adversity, with losing Stephon Diggs, with COVID, with all of that, for a rookie like him to be so confident and so fun to watch is really remarkable. I love Justin Jefferson.
He's balling out, one of the best in the business. For me, my game ball is going to Baker Mayfield.
Okay.
Baker Mayfield was praised when he first got in. And then last year, after that sophomore slump, people were tearing him up. Is he the guy? Should they be looking for a quarterback? He went out and he balled out. 4 TDs in that first half, which ties Otto Graham's record, 1951 record that he set way back when, in 1951.
Your name was Otto. It was a long time ago.
Yeah, a long time ago.
Great
the
name.
movie that was released in 1951, A Christmas Carol. Fitting, right? Holiday
really?
Season.
Not the one we watch, a different one. I guess the original Christmas
of course.
Carol. I don't know that one.
Of course the original.
Yeah, no, I'm talking about...
Of course the original. You didn't know there was original Shrinks?
I'm thinking of...
Don't look at me. I'm lost.
1983, the year of the Christmas Carol. What are you talking about?
The original Christmas Story?
Christmas Story!
Oh, Peter!
What's up next? Brandon Cook's face? Come on, Peter. Christmas Story is Ralphie with the BB gun.
Ralphie with the BB
Carol.
It's not on TBS enough.
You'll shoot your eye out.
Brandon Cook.
But Baker Mayfield, exercising the ghost of Brown's past, out there balling out with all the criticism. And you said it. I think it was you said it. You said somebody said it on the show, which is so fitting. Them insurance commercials hit a little different now that they win it.
Now they're hilarious.
Best commercials out.
Now it's the Step Brothers. Like, whoever, what is the funniest movie ever? It's that. I fall off my seat laughing now.
Shout out to Baker Mayfield.
You didn't want him to change.
Yeah.
Do you feel like he's changed?
A little bit, but he still is super snarky.
Yeah.
Have you been tracing this thing Baker does after every game? He gets in all these references, and afterwards he goes something yesterday like, when I think about doing something, I think, would an idiot do this? And if the answer is yes, I don't do it. Like, he's really enjoying himself right now, so I don't think he's changed.
He's just evolved.
Yeah, maybe
grown up a little bit. That's great. I mentioned Justin Jefferson, 121 yards, made him a fantasy stud yesterday. Yeah, Gary, Rams win, Seahawks lose. The Rams take the top spot in the NFC West. The Vikings, sneaky. They sneak into the last playoff spot. They hold the tiebreaker, guys, with the Cardinals based on common opponents. I've said it all year. I'll say it again. Just when you think you have this division figured out, it flips and it flops and it turns on a dime. I'm not going to try to predict how this division ends up. I mean, the Niners are probably going to win this thing. Can you guys tell me how you see the West playing out these final 4?
I look at McVay there in those comments, and it's like he doesn't even want to take a second to enjoy the victory because he knows that in about 90 hours they're playing Bill Belichick in their building, and Belichick just won 45-0 against the Chargers. But let's say his dominance over the Cardinals is worth noting because the Cardinals are in the conversation. McVay is now 7-0 versus the Cardinals, and it's dominance. Like 33 points per game is the average, with the Cardinals averaging 12 points per game.
Yeah,
They have never scored less than 31 in a game under McVay against the Cardinals. So I mentioned that, and it brings up this Rubik's Cube or a pretzel of the NFC West, Kay, because as good as he is against the Cardinals, can't beat Kyle Shanahan and the 49ers.
I like it. It's like hierarchy.
It is. And then the Seahawks, for as good as they are, they own the 49ers and can't beat the Rams. So
Food chain.
It's this weird deal where, like, who's going to do what? And Thursday night, McVay really reveres Bill Belichick. Like, they have a relationship now, and I just know how much he respects him. You can't go in there and just say, hey, I want to play. They have to kick the Patriots' butt. If they are going to win this division, they need to make a national statement on Thursday night on 4 days rest and beat up a Patriots team that has won 4 or 5.
So true.
Yeah,
Belichick embarrassed him, man.
He did.
That was one of the worst nights of McVay's life. It had to be that Super Bowl.
No doubt about it. Did embarrass him, for sure. You mentioned this pretzel of a division in the NFC West. Speaking of food, so I went out to dinner Saturday night, and we were celebrating my son getting his first offer. I'm sitting there looking at this menu. I don't know what I want to eat. I'm like, should I go with this burger? I know I'm going to get out this burger. It's consistent.
Okay, yeah.
I kind of want the crab.
Don't make me hungry.
I want some seafood.
Don't make me hungry.
I want some seafood. I didn't know. And my wife, and I always do this at dinner, and she's like, if you're undecided, it's okay. It's okay. Just get both, and we'll split it here at the table. I bring all that up is because it's okay to say you're undecided about this division. Well, I know we're on TV, and we wake up, and we got to make a take, and we got to predict. I can't do it right now. It seems like every time I decide to hang my hat on one team in the NFC West, they disappoint me. If I'm looking at Seattle and saying, Russell Wilson, the MVP, they're legit, I trust them in December, then they get smacked around. Forget about the score. They got smacked around by the Giants. If I'm looking at the Rams and they're that burger, I know what I'm going to get out of Sean McVay. They're consistent. I know what it's going to taste like. I'm just not sure if I'm decided on that right now. Because as much as I love Seattle, as good as San Francisco has looked with everything they've been through, this will come down to the Week 16.
I don't want to pick.
This is going to come down to Seattle facing the Rams late in the season. And we said at the beginning of the year, I remember us talking about how good this division is going to be. The NFC West is loaded. And the division winner will be decided in Week 16 when these two teams face each other.
We're burying the lead here. Little Nate got a scholarship.
Yeah, can we talk about that?
You got Nate.
Hello.
Florida International University, FIU.
Okay, FIU.
For football.
How does he feel about that?
He was mind blown. He was sitting there playing video games, nervous. His little heart started racing. His chest was pumping. And it's a football offer. And, I always thought that he'd get basketball first.
Did his mother tell him it's okay to be undecided?
Yeah, it's okay to be undecided. He wanted to commit right now. He's showing me pictures. He's like, Dad, it's right on the beach. It's in Miami. Turn up. I was like,
really?
You got 2 years. You're a sophomore.
If FIU's coming, there'll be more coming. Just everybody relax. And I'll bring it. Nate, if you're talking about the burger or this, I think it's going to come down to the hummus. You know the hummus is?
What's that?
Jared Goff. The hummus. Everybody, Monday morning, your Jared Goff highlight package. Woo! Here he is, Mr. Hummus. And why do I say hummus? It's nutritious. It's efficient. It's
just enough.
It ain't exactly the salsa, but it gets it done, and it's been to the biggest stage. Listen, Jared Goff played really poorly the week before. We talked about this. Sean McVay, as much as Sean McVay will